Okay, so YouTube's doing its thing. Game audio looks good, mic audio looks good. Let's bring this on up over here. Let it figure out its business. Cool. YouTube looks good. Say something in the say something box. Oh, way too many spaces on that one. It's go time, everybody. Cool. Alrighty. So, I'm going to just pick this up, which means it's probably going to get DC'd because of the, connector. Brilliant. It's nothing if not predictable. Alright, cool. And I think we're about ready to roll. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Happy Monday. It is the beginning of round 2 of the Guardian Arena. And, I'm just playing this one by ear. I don't know if it's going to wind up working out the entire way. Seriously, if this connector could figure out its business, that'd be awesome. Don't know if I'm going to stick with it the whole way, but if I am, it's a good idea to start off right as the arena's starting up. So, too long didn't read. I am going to be attempting go for a 5-star featured. Top 150 push. God, I hate this dongle. Top 150 push. See where that winds up falling. His cutoff last time around was about 76 mil, which is about par nowadays for a new champ. That's fairly interesting. And the catch this time around is that I am going to do it, or attempt to do it, without using any units whatsoever. I'm definitely saving units, recovering units from 4th of July weekend. And there's, cool stuff coming up on the horizon that I have plans for them. So, definitely if I can get through this, putting up all those points naturally, that would be fantastic. And, we'll see. Play it by ear. What's up, AC? Also, I want to take a moment and welcome the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Cheers on finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. Got a big video that just dropped a couple minutes ago. Big crystal cleanup, as well as first of the new Abyss videos I'm putting out that have been just in the back burner for such a long time. Trying to upload the videos from Path 1 for my initial clear of Abyss to find out 3 things. Exactly how long time-wise it took to get through Path 1. Exactly how many revives I wound up using, and how many hits Heimdall wound up saving me. So those are going to be coming out periodically over the course of the week here. Hope to have that all wrapped up by week's end with some final tally, final numbers. Be a fun little bit of research, I think. So stay tuned for that. Do you know what the cutoff for 4-star basic will be? Not specifically, I can guess. I'm gonna guess like 1.6 maybe. 2 mil is usually 2 million change is usually for the new champs. 1.4, 1.5, 1.6 is usually for reruns. So I'd say probably somewhere in that range, AC. I mean, obviously don't hold me to it. That's just my uneducated guess off the top of my head, but usually that's about what it's been going for. Only now, in hindsight, do I realize how bad of a matchup this is, bringing Wolvie against Omega, but too late now. But that having been said, Darkhawk is definitely a guy worth grinding for. Dude's amazing. As a robot, as a power control, as a damage dealer, as a synergy champ, yeah, that guy's pretty good. So, do wish you the best of luck there. And as far as how long I'm going to be streaming for, I have no idea. No idea. I'm just playing this whole thing by ear. Don't usually stream in the mornings. Usually wind up. We got a pretty regular, consistent live stream going at night, which has been working out very good. But again, figured since there is an arena going on right now, and I am starting off well-intentioned enough, figure what the heck, do something a little bit different today. All right, come on, my dude. Alright, so come on, dude. So passive. So passive. Come on, my dude. There we go. It's fights like that I just... They're my least favorite part about arenas. It's the slow slog fights that just take so long to get through. But that is win number 2 in the books already. Now, I will say this, as I usually do wind up saying when I'm starting to put up an infinite streak. I use the old school, tried and true method of using 4 stars to get my infinite streak. Now that is not the newest, shiniest, or easiest way to do it. You can do it with 5s, you can do it 6s if you've got enough, and don't mind refreshing. But, you know, 4 stars has already worked out pretty well for me over the years, and I am a creature of habit. So, figure if nothing else, just wind up dusting those guys off and just taking them for a spin, just for old time's sake. Now, I will be saying that I do hope that this week winds up being a very eventful week as far as in-game stuff goes. Oh. Because we still are waiting to hear for the Summer Boss Rush, whatever the Summer of Pain is. 5-star Wolverine is supposed to make an appearance at some point again this week. Also, seeing as how the CCP already has access to Sasquatch, I'm assuming that he's going to be out tomorrow as part of a early release bundle for those of you who are interested in early release bundles. As far as, you know, in addition to the Guardian grind right now. So, hopefully it's eventful, because last week wound up falling kind of flat. I think they wound up burning out on all the news with the various roadmaps that they did previous week, as well as some of the summer festivities from last weekend, 2 weekends ago now. Sounds like they're trimming the trees out there. So if that picks up on the mic, my apologies. And then let's throw up Strange. Why not? Why not? Yeah, that looks good. Do that, and do that. Cheers, everybody. Fortunately, these guys are rather passive, so it shouldn't be anything too difficult. Like they're at the beginning, just standing still for a minute, letting them figure out their business. There's that. Excellent. Most excellent. Oh, coming in here, taking care of Dormy. Put that big scary monster to bed. Can't imagine what running in like that for Squirrel Girl, what that would do on her back after a while. It just seems rather uncomfortable. Also, having not really read any of her stories in the comics, is that really how she runs? Or is that just something silly they did for the game? Because I always thought she just walked and ran like normal, but shows what I know, I suppose. Okay, so let's throw up Storm X instead of King Groot. Got that, got that. So I'm just also multitasking, jumping on the forum here, see if there's any posts about anything new or interesting or exciting. Start the week off with some spicy news. Because signing into the game for the first time after the top of the hour 20 minutes ago, I was greeted with a whole bunch of nothing. Not that I mind nothing. It's just usually there's some big flashy something that always greets you right as you sign in after the hour. Does not appear like it. Not yet, at least. So we'll see. We'll see. No, we got week 3 of Northern Expedition starting up in a couple days on Wednesday. Depending if I'm still doing the 5-star featured grind. If I'm not, then I will be live streaming Canadian difficulty, 100% completion during the evening, so stay tuned for that. Or if I am still sticking with the grind here, I'll be picking that up on Thursday. Assuming that whoever the featured champ is for next week is just another rerun. But again, I mean, I know it's probably not going to happen, but I would very much like the next featured champ to be OG Wolverine as opposed to being able to obtain him somehow through a crystal and luck. Doink. Come on. Come on, thank you. There we go. Okay, so 5 wins in already. Moving right along. Moving right along. I think one of the other underlying perks of doing an arena grind like this are the opportunity to save up and build up battle chips again. The video that came out today, I opened up 1 million of the vanilla arena crystals and made off with some pretty decent units and a whole boatload of 3-star punishers. But units in gold are the highlights there. So being able to save up again, do another one of those, I think will be very nice. And obviously doing a whole bunch of arena here is a quick and easy way to do that. So be a win-win. What's up, So Hit? How are you? Happy Monday. Please don't kill me. That's not... Okay, maybe. What am I supposed to do with this? If I hit into him, he's... Thank you. I was going to say, if I hit into him, he's immediately going to parry, and then that's going to be it for Heimdall. Hey, is 10 revives enough to complete epic difficulty and side quests with 4 stars? I think so. Yeah, depending on which 4 stars you wind up bringing and how far ranked up they are. But Yeah, I definitely think so. You're talking about a northern expedition for the side quest, or the monthly quest? Either which way, it should be fine. Again, just depending on which 4 stars. Because obviously if you got like a Heimdall or somebody on your team, that'll save you a bunch of grief that away, or if you have a couple of champs that can heal naturally and reliably, that'll definitely save you some pots as well. Come on, Beast. You know, these guys are too passive. I'm just going to keep rolling with it. And then eat the consequences, whatever they may be. Yeah, Shadow, that too. Howdy, by the way. Good to see you this side of day's time. Yeah. If you wind up, the thing though, I will say this, if you do wind up running into a Sasquatch for, whatchamacallit, one of those random encounters, you know, definitely give it a go for sure. But if you wind up, if he winds up being a roadblock for you, there's no shame in just quitting and then doing the path over again. It's not a guaranteed spawn, so odds are if you run the same path again, pretty good odds that he will not spawn a second time. It's true. I had the opportunity this morning, so I figured, you know, that is going to be curtains for me. Had the opportunity this morning, so I figured I'd roll with it. But we'll see. You know, I'm not sure if it's something I'm going to wind up sticking with for the full 3 days. Because I really do want to try and do this grind completely naturally. But that is a lot of work. A lot of work. So we'll see. And I forget who the, okay, this shouldn't be too bad. I just need to be careful, having lost Bishop in the first fight. Speaking of being careful, boink, doink. Well, that did almost nothing. Please don't stick me with a passive AI again. Please. Thank you. There we go. Okay. That was getting out of a slightly hairy situation. It would not have been fun losing my streak so early on and having to do this whole thing over again. So let's throw up Iceman, Crossbones, and Hyperion. Why not? And then just wind up sitting on King Groot just because he's so slow to play. Good champ, I mean, especially with some of the nonsense nodes in map 7 this time around, but evidently, still, just because he's got one of the most reliable regens in the game doesn't mean that he's fun to play. Hey, what's up, Donnie? How are ya? Happy Monday to you, my friend. Good to see you. And Reaper's here. Hello, hello. Greetings, my friends. I got a rank 1 6-star Gilly 99. Come on. Stop it. Sorry, give me just... Stop it. Come on, dude. Passive nonsense. There we go. Thank you. And I'm hanging on my special 3 just in case for whatever reason I wind up getting clipped, lose my ice armor, then I can throw the special 3 and just patch it up again real quick. There we go. Okay, got a rank 1 6-star Gilly 99 and a rank 4 5-star Nick and Human Torch. Is it possible to do Labyrinth 100% with around 1,600 units per path? Really depends on how many items you've got saved up in your stash and how many of those 4-hour crystals you're sitting on. Those are solid champs, I'm not going to lie. I mean, a 6-star Gilly is solid, and then rank 4 Fury and Torch are pretty good too. But I think I'm going to say it is going to be a difficult push to do it with 1,600 units, assuming that you've got like a moderate amount of like revives saved up. Then you should bring like a Heimdall or somebody too. Not impossible, but it's going to be difficult. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be difficult. But I do wish you the best of luck with that. If nothing else, to just start out for a dry run, instead of starting off with Red Hulk, cut in and fight the Star-Lord right there from the start. So, and then just depending on how you do against that Star-Lord, it should give you a fairly decent gauge on how the rest of Labyrinth is going to wind up going. Because the outer path is, you know, the easy path. It's not easy, but as far as Labyrinth goes, it's the easiest. Some of the champs, once you get into the center of the Labyrinth, are especially annoying just with some of the nonsense nodes that they tack on. And that is going to wind up eating up your revives and your units. So not impossible, not implausible. Just it's going to be difficult. Yo, what's up, Roblox? Yes, early stream. Had the chance, figured to jump on, just have some fun. And what the heck? Should have a T4 CC selector in Glory Store. Yep. I mean, they should just have selectors all around. You know, if they wind up charging like twice what they would normally, whether it's, you know, units or in-game currency, whatever it winds up being, if they charge double what it would be anywhere else, I think people still would flip for it just to have that added bit of choice, you know? I know I would. Very true, Reaper. Very true. I didn't realize it till you said it, but you are absolutely right. Alright, deck's out of the way there. Doink, doink. Also, in hindsight, it's a very silly idea using... Ouch, ouch. A very buff-heavy champion against a champion that is very arguably buff immune. Come on, heavy me. That works too. There we go. Alright, cool. I mean, I wish good luck to everybody who winds up going for any of that endgame stuff. Whether it's Abyss, whether it's Labyrinth, if you're starting Realm for the first time, or Path to Labyrinth, all that stuff. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Because then it's twofold, you know, the champ fights themselves are challenging. But, you know, Uh-oh. Love those spam calls. It kicked me out. Son of a gun. I hate robocalls. But then, you know, the other half of the battle, though, too, is is just the mental, paying attention, and being able to stay focused and alert the whole time. Because, you know, if a fight is a half hour, 40 minutes, you know, you gotta bring your A game for that entire stretch. What a waste of a timeout. No revives, but you can get potions. You can get single potions, silver potions, or team silver potions. Farming realm. If you want revives, you gotta get real lucky. You can either scour the monthly quest paths. You can scour the early story missions. But then just know if you finally find one, go down the path, get to the potion, get the revive. You gotta finish the path, because otherwise it doesn't reset everything. So you're gonna wind up just taking all the resources and never resetting the maps. So it'll wind up hurting you in the long run. Who do I want to do next? Let's throw up Rogue, Black Widow, and Scarlet Witch. And then do that. What do you think it depends. So the best game, or the best champion, like all around, like who'd be able to help clear the most content, most reliable, best kit utility, or like who's my favorite champion in the game? One of my friends is about to 25% to finish Mordo and Abyss, but he forgot to turn off notifications. Ouch. See, what usually winds up happening for that is that it just winds up pausing. That was the first time it just completely shut out of the app. I mean, rip to your friend though too, that's even worse. Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid, Reaper. What's up, Coins? Happy Monday to you, my friend. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hope the week's off to a good start for you. It's still pretty early on for everybody, but who clears a lot of content? I would say probably Omega Red, to be honest. Because he can do a whole heap ton of damage. Most of his damage is pretty unavoidable because of the spores. He's super suicide friendly, which means he can do a lot of extra damage without taking damage from doing that damage. And he can heal reliably. But then, yeah, Ghostquake and Corvus are close seconds. I would say Corvus is probably undeniably the MVP of Alliance events. Anything with a timer is Corvus's domain. Yeah, I bet. I saw the roster and the itinerary that you had posted. Was it yesterday afternoon with the matchups for seeding round? But then started to go a little bit crazy after that. Good luck. Good luck. It's a gimmick. It's definitely a racket. Kabam's in on it. They intentionally spam call you for, I don't know. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. I was trying to figure out what their angle would be, but I was like, ouch. Stop it. Come on, dude, I'm a 4-star. Don't bully me that much. I'm squishy. Come on, dude. There we go. Just playing it safe, guys. Just playing it safe. Network issues. So I never noticed, and it's too late for you guys to see now, but Blade hovers off the ground. Like his model isn't firmly planted on the ground. New superpower for Blade. Got your incoming. What's up, Sheermoy? Happy Monday, my friend. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. There we go. I'm really hopeful that the score is going to drop too, especially after tomorrow, depending on... Stop it. Depending on who the featured champ is going to be for next week, and especially as the content creator stuff starts coming out for Sasquatch. I think people are going to get really hyped and really excited for him and kind of forget about Guardian, which is excellent for me. That being said, I'm not going to slack, just in case. Another random news, managed to drop 10 pounds since I started walking and jogging a few weeks back, so... Hey! Big congrats, Reaper. Big congrats. You go for walks and stuff around your place, or do you have like a treadmill at your place or a gym nearby? Red Hulk to rank 2. Yeah, I'm a second what Roblox said. It's like, I mean, maybe, but who else you got as options? Arcus, Darkhawk. Is Darkhawk or Arcus awakened? Because, I mean, Red Hulk isn't bad. But he, as far as, like, science champions go, he's, like... I think he's just, like, firmly in the middle of the science bunch. Like, he's not game-breakingly good, and he's not game-breakingly bad. He's just... He's decent. You can do stuff with him. Like, me personally, though, I think both Darkhawk and Arcus would wind up doing more for you. I think Arcus is the most fun to play of the bunch, but Darkhawk is the most useful. Just really depends if you have any of them already ranked up as 5 stars. So if you don't have a Darkhawk ranked up as a 5-star, I'd probably go him. Just for the double immunity, for the synergies, the robot synergies, for the power control, for the crazy burst damage after Special 3. Oh. Dang. Ouch. Oh, no wonder it's like a tanky Sparkles. Awaken Sparkles. Yeah, I'm jealous. Just doing like no damage. Keep that power drain going. Honestly, I think Sparkles is doing more damage to herself on special attacks than I am, just wailing into her. There we go. There we go. Yeah, but that's awesome all the same, Reaper. All the same. Coin's not sure if you're talking to somebody else or to me, but that is an excellent point. Cheers, everybody. Awesome. So that is going to do me on 4 stars for right now until I get the streak going again. I'm going to jump over here to the 5s. Go through a win 20 and then start with the 6 stars and work my way through those. Busy, 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 busy. Yeah, but it's still fantastic progress and a fantastic start, Reaper. Good on you, bud. Good on you. Roblox stealing Guido's line. Now I've been toying with an idea for like a giveaway. Once I hit 1,000 subs, I'm not gonna be able to float like, here's an Xbox One X or a PlayStation 5. I can't do that. But I could do a shirt, a couple taglines. From the jug would be probably right up there. Yeah, secretly sipping some Jack. Man, if I was doing that by the end of this stream, I'd just be like slurring myself all over the place, slouched over on the keyboard. You can kiss this whole grind goodbye from the get-go. Come on, dude. I will bleed you out. That is within my power. I mean, or we can just dance across the entire arena. Maybe. Alright, that should be adequate. Not adequate. Oh, there we go. That worked out. I didn't think that was going to be enough. There we go. I missed it again. I missed it again. His left foot hovers. It's even got the little shadow underneath him and everything. Come on, dude. And then Dr. Doom just doing the Dr. Doom thing. I'm going to attempt for 4-star Guardian again. Got discouraged in round 1 because I kept losing the streak. That's the worst feeling. Especially once you got a good little thing going, and then all of a sudden you get a death squad, and it's just like, well, poop. But I do wish you the best of luck with the featured grind. I think you wound up going a little bit lower than I was anticipating. Fortunately. So hopefully he stays that way for a second round as well. Let's do that. So now that you have adequate spores on you, get that degen going and just watch him melt. Bye-bye, dude. So the idea that I'm going to be doing here is just push myself to a special 3, then get the null mode up and just melt him the rest of the way. Provided I don't kill him before then. I don't think I will, but just in case. There we go. With the extra 20% damage for good measure. Okay, so starting here again. I will say this, I'm looking forward to getting past win 15. Start fighting people again, because at least the people aren't nearly as passive, or they're not programmed to be nearly as passive. Because I do still question whether or not the champs that are assigned to the player tag are actually the champs that that player has. Or if it's just some random combination. It's like, oh, we're just going to pluck this player's name here. We're going to pluck these 3 random champs there. Because it just feels like more often than not, I wind up fighting the exact same team combos. And it's like, I don't know, the odds of that many people having those 3 champions at that rank seems a bit suspicious. Who do I think is better, Darkhawk or Sentinel? I've always been more partial to Darkhawk. Sentinel's a really solid champ all around, and especially when he's awakened, he's a little bit easier to use because he can get the analysis charges up a little bit faster. But for my money, I've always liked Darkhawk just because he's got more available to him from the get-go. Once he's max sig at 200, he has a 100% chance to proc his abilities, which is super helpful. And he has the better synergies as well. So if you're trying to choose between the two, I would do Darkhawk to rank. I'd do Darkhawk to wake up. So it always worked out pretty good for me. Come on, dude. Awesome. Well, cheers. Cheers, Anil. Much appreciated. And I absolutely will. I want to say a big thank you to for you to watching, for you, to you, for you. God, I gotta wake up a little bit better. I'm totally butchering that. Cheers to you for watching the videos, and thank you very much for the kind words, is what I was trying to say. I don't know, maybe there's some truth in that whole bit about me secretly sipping some Jack on the side. But thank you. Thank you very much. Reaper is hyped for Shark Week to start. I didn't even realize that was going to be Shark Week. Is that this week or next week? Because it's interactive, Shadow. Our choices really do make a difference. I don't know. Yes. Yep. Reaper, I'd say yes. Especially if you can throw a bunch of SIGs on him. Now, the thing with Darkhawk is if you are prestige hunting, his prestige is high, but it's not super high. If you're purely looking for like a prestige rank up, you gotta save for either Guardian, you gotta save for Warlock, or you gotta save for Gilly 99. That having been said, I mean, Darkhawk is an amazing champion, really kind of needs to be awakened. Doesn't have to, but he really benefits from being awakened. And yeah, I think he's worth a tech gem. In other news, sealed copy of the original Super Mario Bros. Sells for $114K at auction. Yeah. It's either that or it's a YouTuber who's going to have like a video like, I destroy the last sealed copy of Super Mario. Wouldn't put it past him. But whoever it is, hopefully, they enjoy it and they treasure it. Mount it, maybe. Put it on the wall for all to see. It is kind of freaky how much of a second market there is for games like that. I was looking at some old N64 ones just for kicks. And like original cartridges by themselves, not with any of the inserts or any of that, it's really starting to get pricey, let alone like a sealed something, let alone a graded sealed something. It's like, I mean, it's cool to have for the nostalgia factor, but at the same time, I'd rather just download an emulator. Especially since they aren't, in that case, they aren't making original N64 controllers anymore, and that's half the fun. If you're not getting blisters on the palms of your hands, are you really playing N64? So many hours dedicated to that system. Cheers, all. So I do want to take a brief moment and just give a big thank you to all you guys watching live here, all you guys watching after the fact. Big thank you to everybody who's subscribed, because the account just wound up hitting the big shiny 800 a little bit earlier this morning, and that's a huge milestone. And I do very much appreciate the love and support that you guys are giving the channel. It means a lot to me. It's a lot of fun putting out videos. A lot of fun doing the live streams on top of that too. But it's very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. So thank you. Looking forward to seeing where where everything goes from here too. Got a lot of bright, shiny things on the future ahead. Uh-oh. Wow, that did nothing. Why did that do nothing? She had like no prowess saved up, I think, right? Donnie says, I'm thinking about ranking my 6-star Ghillie 99 to rank 2 as my first rank to 6-star for Labyrinth and Variant 3. I mean, first of all, big congrats on being in the place where you can rank up a 6-star to rank 2. I don't want to rain on your parade too terribly much, because Ghillie 99 is a great champ. But because she relies pretty heavily on, well, twofold. She relies really heavily on parry heavy to build up some of those, whatchamacallit, combo shields, provided she isn't awakened at a high sig. And all of the Labyrinth champs have limber. But then the other thing too, and the really annoying thing about that, is that the Labyrinth champs have a damage cap. Now why is that important? Because, well, why is that important? Because Ghillie can get around the damage cap because she's got a lot of secondary passive damage, right? Okay, well that's cool. But the thing with the damage cap for the Labyrinth, right, is that it really nerfs her special 3 KO ability. The nice thing about Ghillie 99 is that if an opponent is 5% or lower and she launches a special 3, it's an instant KO. She digitizes the souls and starts the next fight with 100 hits in her combo to really start wailing on somebody the next time. Well, the thing about that is that 5% of a Labyrinth champ surpasses the damage cap that's installed in Labyrinth of Legends anyway. So, which should be 5% is actually more like 1%, or more likely like 0.5%, which is really annoying as well. So she's a good champ to rank up. She's a good champ to rank up, especially for some of the Alliance events. But I would be remiss to say that she's the best option for Labyrinth, just because of those reasons. It's not to say, like I said, it's not to say that she's useless or not going to be helpful or any of that, but just Just putting that out there so there aren't any surprises later on, you know? Okay. Okay, yeah. There you go. Then yes, having a ranked up ghillie would be exceptionally useful. Especially for some of the corner paths too, like X23 and Abomination. What's up, Apex? Happy Monday, my friend. Good to see you. Got a 5-star Civil Warrior. Dang, that dude is like game-breaking, like god tier. Definitely the better option between a lowly Elsa or a Claire. Rip, my friend. Rip. Next time. There's always next time, right? Was Civil Warrior new at least, or just a really unfortunate rollover? Do it that way. And this one here is going to be win number 20, which means next round can start in on some of the 6 stars. Keep rolling from there. Still no news on anything from the Kabam gods. How unfortunate. Alright, come on, my dude. There we go. There we go. That's better. Then it's time for Thor Rags. And network issues. Great. Well, cheers, Guido. It's a big milestone. It's a big milestone. It's always super exciting getting to a milestone like that. Get those big old Buckeyes back up there again. Fantastic growth, and thank you again to all you guys. Yo, what are my thoughts on the new matchmaking? I think it's still a lot of the wait and see. Because what Kabam was saying is that because of the new adjustments that they're making to matchmaking to make it more fair and balanced, it's gonna wind up inconveniencing everybody for the first few matchups, which is why we're seeing as many like imbalanced fights currently that we are. Why they couldn't have done that during off season, I don't know. So in that regard, it's really unfortunate. But I do say that wait and see. You know, once all that gets sorted out, like Kabam has said that it's supposed to get sorted out, it's supposed to be better, I would hope, right? It's just a bit of a growing pains. Ouch, growing pains for right now. But then I definitely will hold Kabam responsible and hold their feet to the fire. Ouch, stop. Son of a mother, why didn't Ghost phase? I was really counting on that phase. But yeah, I mean, if it doesn't wind up fixing itself here in the next couple wars, then there's a big problem. because they wound up, in fixing an issue, they wound up creating an equally annoying issue, a new one, so. We'll see. I hope. I gotta hope. Especially since it seems like a lot of people are really testy about war in general anyway. The fact that they keep mucking with it, and usually not for the immediate better, I think is really going to keep turning people away from that mode. But again, my 2 cents. I've said it before, war is definitely my least favorite thing to do in the game, far and away, even still. So I'm pretty biased. Alright, grudge match. Let's do it that way. Let's do it this way. Much better. Still got clipped, but much better. Doink. That. And got that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I will most certainly take that. So, okay, so here we go. So the idea here is that Doom hopefully would be able to nullify Warlock's armor up, which would then make my life just a little bit easier. Yeah, there you go. And heavy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Melt that robo, dude. And hopefully that's the last of Ben Reilly I have to face. I fight that guy so much. Ben Reilly usually is my go-to fight when I'm refreshing champs. And it's always that stupid X23 too. Yeah, let's do that. Wouldn't that be something, Guido? If this time next month the channel is at 1K? Wouldn't that just be nuts? That'd be so wild. I'd just be absolutely beside myself. But, I mean, it's entirely up to the viewers, and I'm just very happy with where the channel's at right now. And, you know, we'll see what the future brings. Alright, so come on, special me, dude. Special me. Ouch, not that way. Come on. Come on. Alright, making me do it the challenging way. Alright. Special me, please. Thank you. Doink. There we go. Beautiful. Love me some sparkles. Love me some sparkles. It is going to be a good while before I've got an opportunity to try to wake her up again. Right now I'm only at like 2,500 6-star shards, which, I mean, again, I can't complain because it's been pretty wild here the last couple of weeks, but you know, back to the usual bit of 6-star shards being ridiculously rarer in the game. Oh, hey, family fight. Very nice. Let's go see how quick Wasp can take Doom out. Feeling pretty good about that. I guess probably 2 heavies should do it. Yasha says, I realize I'm leaving you hanging, I'm sorry. There we go. Is it better to have a 6-star rank 2 or a rank 5 for someone who is about 3 or 4 maxed out 5-star champs? I think it really is champion specific. And really, I think at that point, whoever it is you have or you want to rank up to the 6-star rank 2 is that they're, I mean, for one, that they're different than the champions you already got, either maxed out or at rank 5. And then secondly, that the champ that you want to take to rank 2 is going to be like immediately useful as far as like completing game content goes. So like at that point, yeah, just completely ignore prestige. Just focus on like, is this champ going to be useful? Where are they going to be useful? And how would they fit into my existing A or B team? You know, like for example, my first rank 2 was a 6-star. This 6-star Wasp, as a matter of fact. I didn't have Wasp as a 5-star. I didn't even have Ghost yet as a 5-star. But I wanted to take Wasp up because she's super useful. Does a whole heck of a lot of damage, and she can just blow through arenas like it's nobody's business, which are all things that I really needed. Plus, her prestige at the time was pretty solid. So for me, that was almost a no-brainer, just because, again, new champ, add something new and spicy and exciting to the squad. And, you know, it's a big plus that she's fun to play. So all those things kind of just depend on you and where you're at, I think. Boink, boink, boink. There, beautiful. Okay, come on. Come on. Thought I got away with it, but not quite. Not quite. So next up on the docket, throw up Warlock, throw up Torch, and then Hela, I guess, just because she's there. What's up, lols? Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope so too. Fingers crossed. It's gonna be a long next few days, but I'm cautiously optimistic. A little bit of work, a little bit of tenacity, a little bit of grit. Making pretty good progress here so far, a little over an hour in. Already got the streak, got what, pushing 2 mil, 2.5 mil. That's not bad. Working through the 6 stars. 6 stars should be on cooldown by the time evening rolls around, so get 2 rounds of them in today, which will be a big plus. Yeah, I'm just moving right along. What's up, Skull? Good to see you. Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Hope the week's treating you well here so far for this early Monday morning. Monday morning here, at least. Monday afternoon, just depending wherever it is you're at. Doink, 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 doink. I gotta say, I think the thing I'm most excited about for Guardian is just to see how his block proficiency ties in with everybody else. Skull, yes, I am. It's a... Now, I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit of a wait and see sort of thing. Where it's like, yeah, I am, but I'm still kind of straddling the line just a little bit. It's like I'm going in, you know, if I am gonna grind them, I gotta start right now. But I want to do this whole thing unit free. So if it gets to a point like a day or two in where it isn't going to wind up being plausible or viable, then, you know, cut my losses and whatnot. But that's the idea. So we'll see. Hopefully. It's definitely plausible to get to that 70 million points without units. Got alliance members that do that all the time. So we'll see. There you go. Get that regen going. And I wanted him to get that regen going because that would actually wind up helping me out with the debuffs I wound up throwing down. Mordo's so underrated. He's so fun to play. He went for about 76, Skull. So the assumption is that he's going to come down a little bit round 2 because people are excited for Sasquatch and because it's a little bit higher, I think, than some people were expecting. Like, he's a new tech champion, which is cool, but I think for the most part, you know, people are starting to cool on him a little bit. It's like, okay, he's got big bursty special 2 damage, but other than that, a lot of people aren't as excited now as they were, say, 2 weeks ago. So I'm hoping to use all that to my advantage here. We'll see. Donnie asks, what is my favorite Marvel movie? Marvel, let's see. I gotta say either Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire, the original one. Just because for me at the time, and it's still fun now just for nostalgia, but at the time it kind of set the groundwork for what a superhero movie could be. And then probably, I don't know, Winter Soldier. Probably. But tough call. Tough call. There's a good few. But, I mean, if we're... Well, actually, I guess no. I take it all back. Spider-Verse. Easily, hands down, yeah. Spider-Verse. Fun story, fun concept. Freaking just absolutely amazing visuals. Especially depending on how they wind up playing off the sequel and then all the other tie-ins and whatnot. If it's brought into an overarching multiverse or what. But it'd be fun as like the initial film branching and all of that. But I don't know, there's a lot to like about a lot of them. Like Iron Man 1 is still a classic, even though it's, you know, the original MCU movie. Still, it was fun, and you know, Jeff Bridges still remains the one and only person who can make riding a Segway look cool. You know. There we go. Thank you. Take off some of them rocks. What? Come on, dude. We gotta do this dance like a couple more times here. Thank you. Boink. What about you? What about you guys in chat? Which one's your favorite? You don't need to stick to MCU, just Marvel in general. No, I mean, superhero movie, that's an entirely different discussion, but Marvel movies, yeah. Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2, and Winter Soldier, probably. Alright, so next up we got Doc Ock. Let's throw Elektra in there, and then I think Rhino. Start working at some of those dudes at the bottom. Going here against Infinity Man, which means it's immediately going to be a slow fight. Oh yeah, Blade 2. It'll be really interesting to see what Mahershala Ali winds up doing with the character. Like if he winds up making it his own or just channels Wesley Snipes. I'm hoping he winds up doing his own thing, and that his movie is his movie and not the MCU movie featuring Blade, you know? And like give it its own like, unique identity. Because like that was my problem with the Ant-Man movies, because like Ant-Man was a really fun movie, but it always felt like it was just being shoehorned into the MCU as opposed to being its own standalone. Same with Spidey 2 especially, or Far From Home. Like he had elements of Spider-Man, but it still was like the MCU epilogue. There you go. There you go. Thor Rags was hilarious. And my hats off to Chris Hemsworth for fighting for that movie as hard as he did, just to, you know, finally be able to put his own spin on the character. Because Thor was pretty dead in the water otherwise. Just as a like, oh yeah, Thor's here kind of thing, you know? And they just dropped that whole hokey accent bit too. Like it works in the comics, but once you hear it live, it's a little bit different. You know, I've never paid attention to Red Guardian, but does Red Guardian headbutt as an attack, or is he just save that for like the victory screen? No, he does. No, never mind. I take it back. He does. Had to think about it for a second, but he does. The special 2. There we go. Bye-bye, Storm. Okay, so got that, and of course I had to do the special, and of course I had to block it, which means he gets more evade charges, which means fight ain't over yet. I forgot about the True Strike. That would have been helpful. Yeah, I don't blame him. Like, he's finally having a chance to do like what he wants with the character after what, 8 years, 10 years almost. So yeah, I would be upset too. Suppose it just really depends what they wind up doing with like Thor, if he winds up staying Thor, if they change him over to like Odin's son or whatever. Not that I mind seeing Jane Foster come into the MCU, but having Natalie Portman, who's a, you know, fantastic actress in her own right, but notably grumpy about about Marvel in general, coming to replace someone who's very not grumpy about his role in the MCU. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it winds up translating to storytelling on the screen, but I don't know. We'll see. What's up, man, Falcon? Happy Monday. Good to see you. Yeah, well, I'm just popping up all over the place. Figured I'd try, see how it goes for a featured grind here, just for kicks. And I will say, and I have said again, don't hold me to sticking with it. I'm trying to do a completely unit-free arena grind here, just to see how well that goes, because I haven't done one of those in a good long while. But if it winds up not looking like it's going to work out, then I'm just going to cut my losses. Because Guardian's cool, but I can wait until he's added to the next featured batch and hope for the best. Let's go for Blade. Go for the challenge points. How do I want to do this? Yeah. See how that plays out. You guys can add King Groot to the list of 6-star champs I'd really hope to pull and wake up. Get some of that regen going. Because I get that he's a bit of a pillow hands, but the regen is kind of his saving grace. So without it, or at least without as much of a regen, I should say, it's not overly useful. Not useless, just not as useful as it could be. There we go. Alright, so here we go. Danger sense, great. Really wish I had paid attention to that, so that's gonna be fun. I don't think this is gonna poison much. Yeah. Block that. Boink. Doink. Come in here. Should take one more 5-hit combo, presumably, and that should do it. Maybe. Not quite. Almost. So little damage. So little damage. Yeah, and 76 was the cutoff for 149. Yep. Oh, yep. Ain't gonna be easy. But we'll see. We'll see. If nothing else, then I'm just getting the points down for milestones and just leave it at that. De Leon just subbed. Well, cheers, my friend. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for that, for hitting that sub button. Glad to have you, my friend. I need to stretch my neck out later, though. I'm way too stiff. For only being 33 fights in, I'm way too stiff. Does not bode well. Alright, so Arcus, Sweaterman, and Black Bolt. Let's do that. His Black Bolt doesn't have as many buffs to nullify, just in case this guy goes crazy with Mystic Dispersion. I know Guido is awesome. It's awesome. Thank you guys again. Very much appreciated. Alright, come on. Come on, Magic. Come on. Thank you. And there we go. That'll do. So let's just see how crazy Mystic Dispersion is here. Doink. Beautiful. Beautiful. B-E-A. Beautiful. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Falcon. I am hoping that he falls off a little bit. Definitely make it a lot easier. And then, you know, be a fun new champ to play around with. Be cool to get him woken up later on. Hopefully. And, you know, take it from there. Okay, so making pretty good progress on the 6 stars right here. Let's see how many teams are. Oh, a lot of teams. I take it back. There, you got a ways to go on the 6 stars here. So that's what, 4, 8, what, 10 more? I take it back. We're gonna be with the 6 stars for a minute. No, it's just a lot of clobbering. A lot of clobbering. Love this dude's name. Very creative. Your Dad, 16. Which means that there were 15 other people named Your Dad. And 16 is what he landed on. But who knows? Maybe it's a new age for the joke. Your mom was so... Ouch. Was so 90s Now, 20 years later, it's coming back again with a twist. You know, if I could just not get clobbered in the face, that would be cool. Boink. Boink. So noodly. Boink. And there you go. Brilliant. You know, Guido, by that logic, actually, you know, I suppose so. We are the army of the Kool-Aid people. So, you know, I'm the giant red one. Maybe there's a giant purple one. Maybe a giant yellow one. Maybe a giant blue one. Couple of hues in between. But anytime all of us get together, we just start like knocking walls down, tearing buildings apart. That's why it's been a couple of years since the last family reunion. We kind of tore through a downtown area and they won't let us back. What's up, Lawrence? How are you, my friend? Happy Monday. Hope the week's going well for you here so far. I'm doing pretty good. It's a bright sunny day outside. Got a good night's sleep. Decided to just try my luck here with the 5-star grind. Haven't done a unitless 5-star featured run in ages. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. It's going pretty good so far. Just moving right along. But yeah, things are looking up so far. Cheers for asking. Nothing major is always a plus. Alright, so let's throw Namor, Hood, and Bucky up there. Now, Bucky's another one of the champs I'm really surprised never wound up getting. Is he awakened? No, excellent. Never wound up getting like an MCU version of. Because like, you got classic Winter Soldier here, which is good and great and nice and all that, but I mean, Bucky's been in how many movies now? Hasn't gotten any love. So, I mean, same with Doctor Strange, but you'd have thought at some point. Who knows, maybe they'll wind up sneaking him in there with Zemo and Falcon Cap. They definitely had to have changed the Special 2. I've dexed Hulkbuster Special 2 so many times now. They had to have changed it. I mean, which is good because it was a super annoying special to dex, but yoink, yoink, boink. That's probably what I should wind up doing for the next April Fool's Day. Is just do my own dubs for the game. So that's like a quick little 2-minute video, nothing crazy. Just to get the point across. But just have fun. Come on, my dude. Please do not turtle up. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. So I wonder if this is going to prevent all those armor ups from triggering. I mean, it should, right? Even though the armor ups are... Pretty sure they're passive. Yeah, they're passive. Okay, well. Worked out pretty good. I'll take that. Who is my favorite lane clearing champ? For a W? Probably... I mean, the MVP the last, like, couple months has been Void. Because you can either go super offensively with him, or you can play super defensively, but the result is always the same. Plus, he's a tank, so he can wind up eating some of the passive nonsense damage that you wind up getting, plus some chip damage to boot. For a Q, Sunspot, because I've been running either Diss Track or Pleasure to Burn. It's been working out pretty good. And for story mode, my Ring 3 Elsa with Suicides. She's disgustingly useful for that. Especially at some of the lower or the easier maps. And you just put it on auto fight. The degen, she triggers KOs champions quicker than she ever could. So you can really just like blow through that. Boink, doink, zoink. Never noticed that Sabretooth and Fraggle Rock have basically the exact same special. Or at least follows the same cadence. The whole boink, doink, zoink bit. Because, you know, all things come in threes. Going in there with Darkhawk. Awesome. Cheers, everybody. Alright, so getting there. Oh, cool. There we go. Oh, which reminds me. Take tangent number 1 for right now. Go check about those daily objectives. I've been stuck in a cycle between having a daily objective with like a clearing a path in Act 6, incursions room 7 or incursions room 6, and there we go, finally. Like 5 days later, I finally got something I could just nail out quick. Cool. And 13 objectives. That's a bit much. And I do know that it's easier just to go into the rewards tab and clear everything out that way, but you know, I'm old-fashioned. Got some of the Cavalier stuff here for extra units. Excellent. Anybody get any lucky pulls? Not really. Congrats on being first there, Guido. You got the 5 special 3-1 today. There you go, that's different. Finally pulled the 4-star Scarlet Witch. Very nice, congrats. Enjoying having that game-breaking God tier champ on your roster. Alright, so that's that. I'll come back to that later on. I just need to keep going with the 6 stars. Get them cooled down. There we go. That one. Well, cheers, Coop. Much appreciated. I got my fingers crossed. Definitely got my fingers crossed here. Then let's do... Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Who do I think is better, Mysterio or Arcus? Arcus, probably. Cold Snap and the Armor Break is still super useful. Once he's awakened, being able to shrug off a debuff, also very handy. And his ridiculous power gain cycle comes in handy. Mysterio's fun as like a defender, but like on paper his abilities are super useful, but in actuality everything seems to be kind of handicapped. Like the fact that he can't reflect. Stop, dude. Wow. Got wrecked. Got wrecked. Stupid Nova. Alright. Well, that was lucky. Unawakened. There we go. Got out of that sticky situation. Freaking Nova, man. The champ that I always forget is in the game. Who do I... yeah, so yeah, Mysterio. He's fun on defense, but offensively he's not super great. Is Human Torch worth taking to rank 5 without the Awaken ability? Yes. His Awaken ability doesn't really do anything. Anything reliable. Because all it does is just gives him a chance to re-trigger his pre-fight ability, but it's a low chance. Like, even at max sig, it's still an unreliable chance. So, yeah, definitely. And you just duped your 5-star Sinister. Well, that's pretty cool. Waking up somebody for the first time is always a big plus. I don't really like any of these odds. Excuse me. So, coming in here. Man. Was hoping to have just a wee bit extra energy. Push me to the special 2, because I would have done it right there and then. Instead of drawing the fight out a couple extra seconds. Oh well, serves me right. Getting ahead of myself. Ouch. Well, thankfully he only had 3 charges, because if he had 5, that would have probably been curtains for me. So here we go, Domino. Always fun, always a pleasure. With Venom the Duck, who I have exactly 30 minutes of experience with. So, I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? Does he have like a power gain somehow? Bracka. There we go. There we go. Donnie asks, who do I think has the best animations in the game? That would have to be either Dr. Doom or... I'd say either Doom or Clear. Tough call, though. Because I will say they have given an awful lot of thought and put in a lot of extra work to making the animations extra clean and spicy. Even if like the overall champion's damage output or kit isn't as useful or helpful as it could be, just, you know, if they look flashy, then that's a huge bit of their allure. Nice. Well, I wish you the best of luck there. Best of luck there, AC. It's a real solid start. They're rank 3. Use them for unblockable special champs that are hard to evade since... Yeah. That is... It's a feature. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Something fun and interactive, something. Yeah, because he's got he's one of the few champs who can block unblockable attacks, right? But then remind me, can he do that all the time, or does he have to have like one of his buffs or perks or something up first? That was not the attack I was going for, but probably would have turned out the same way even if I had been trying. There we go. Yeah, and the more the merrier. As always, best rule of thumb, it's better to be 100,000 points, 500,000 points over than only 1,000 points short. Because that's the worst feeling. Do I want to try an Omega Red with this squad? Yeah. Bring on the hurt. Oh, that's cake. That's cake. Actually, no, I'm pitting Vision against Omega, aren't I? I mean, it should still be okay because he's a robot, but he's going to be buffed against the... no, I'm thinking of Void. Never mind. Too many champions, too many abilities. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the reverse controls. I forgot about that, because otherwise you got Medusa or not Medusa, you got Emma and Mysterio, but they need to be on the same squad for the synergy. Who knows? Hopefully I wind up pulling a Sinister and get to play around with his kid a little bit too. Zap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man, that could have been so much worse. That could have been so much worse. Oh, boy, good save. Good save. Yo, what's up, bud? It's going pretty well today. Love the name. RobVonShoe will definitely get 1K subs. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so let's go up against Thing here. Squirrel Girl, see if that helps. I would assume it does, but we'll see. Mainly because I just completely forget how to reliably trigger her bleed. that. Come on, special me, please. Special me, please. There we go. Doing the work for me. Alright, so got the power drain there. This is gonna be a straightforward fight. There we go. That fight's done just as quick as it started. Let's see if I can figure out how to bleed. Oh, there we go. Worked pretty good. So is that like her first medium bleed? Maybe? I really got to practice up with Squirrel Girl. And when I say practice up, I mean like learn what you can do. Aside from being able to like control her hit counter at will. Still haven't tried that on the path where like enemy health or damage is increased based on how many hits you have on your counter. I imagine that could go very well and very poorly. Hey, what's up, mobile gamer? Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Hope the week's off to a good start. Welcome to the 5-star featured party here. Doing pretty good here so far. Coming up on a couple hours in at 6 million points. Almost done with the 6 stars. Gonna go back in, keep rolling with some of the 5s, and I think by that point some of the 4s should start coming back online already. It's just a never-ending cycle. That is one thing, if you're grinding for a featured champ, especially a 5-star featured, never forget to run your 4 stars, because those guys wind up adding up. If you keep on top of it, it's like an extra 5, 6, 7 million just by running the 4 stars. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cheers, all. Do that, do that, do that. Let's see where am I at. There's that. Let's move this. Figure I should check in with my alliance since AW is up now and AQ is going to be starting here in 5 minutes again. There we go. I don't think anyone said anything about Drax getting any sort of buffs anytime soon, right? Like, the dude needs some love and attention, but I don't think anyone's mentioned specifically him getting buffs. Boink. There's that. Alright, so that is the 6 stars right there. I'm going to take a quick tangent and jump in and just scout war. Cool, got that. What are you? Oh, cool, 1 to 10%. Nice. Go see what war's up to. Excuse me. Aggression armor. Oh, siphon. That's different. It's nice. We got a couple of villains here, so yeah, cool. And yet another mojo boss. Always with the mojos. Now they haven't adjusted timers for a W, right? It was just a Q that they adjusted. Pretty sure. Like, that's all they would have to do, Shadow. Just add, like, an invisibility function for Drax. Make it similar to, like, I don't know, Hood or Invisible Woman or Ghost or somebody. Depending on how useful you want it to be. Just have it in there as, like, nice little joke, nice little Easter egg. Let's see if that actually winds up happening. I mean, that'd be great, but we'll see. Alright, so knock down the Stark tech. Do a little heavy punch there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Melting these guys. Speaking of melting people. Ah, Elsa. Elsa. Truly a legend. Really gonna need to go stretch my neck later. Or get like one of those airplane pillows. You know, the ones that like wrap around your neck for when you're on a train or a plane. Boink. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll take that. Actually, yeah. Like, wait a minute, I'm Storm. I don't need to worry about Mordo. I'm gonna do it one more time just for... Ah, nice. Beautiful. Such an amazing, underrated champ. Beautiful, there we go. There we go. Most excellent. Let's do that, and throw up another Mystic. Keep the show on the road. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I don't want to put Ghost Rider against Blade. That's just asking for trouble. So I'm not gonna lie, I have been given a bit more thought about who to wake up. We were talking about it a little bit earlier in the stream about who is like who would be a better champ between Darkhawk and Sentinel. But I still kind of feel the same sort of discussion can be made between Gilly99 and Warlock. So like between the two of them, who would be the better champ to wake up? I'm still kind of leaning towards Gilly, but it's one of those things where it's like I know it's probably the better choice. I'm just so hesitant to finally just pull the trigger on it, you know? Got a nice frost. Lucky. Lucky. Yeah, it's noon and it's about 100 degrees outside. So enjoy your frost, my friend. Go down there, go down there, go down there. Cool. Yeah, because then that just means that by the time the last day rolls around, you aren't going to get that full 24-hour cycle to do it, even playing completely optimally. I don't really buy the argument that, well, I mean, it affects everybody equally, so it's an equal mechanic. It's like, well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's a good one. Because especially by the time the last day rolls around, especially if it's an annoying week with a mini or an annoying matchup for nodes, you're going to need every bit of time you can get. Especially if, you know, you got alliance mates that are in different time zones. Alright, cool. So we're almost through the rank 4s here. Cool, there's that. Alright, so here's the plan, guys. I'm going to keep going until I hit 7 mil. And then probably call it a wrap on this stream here. But plan is still I'm going to be back later tonight at the usual time. All the 5 stars should be ballpark cooldown by then. No, I don't know. It'll be an interesting stream tonight because the 5 stars would have already come back from cooldown and be back on cooldown again. So not quite sure who I'm gonna run through, but yeah, I'll see you guys tonight and we'll figure it out from there. But still got a little bit to go here still, but throwing that out there. Oh yeah, but you know that's coming, Falcon. You know that's coming. Like, usually the way it is out here, like June, July, it's just hot. But by the time you get to like late August, September, especially October, then oh yeah, that's prime fire season. Everything has been baking for the last 4 months. Got that. Should do it. Yeah. Cool. Come on, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for throwing that. And then teleporting a little bit at the end, too, for good measure. Stop it. No one said anything about teleporting as a mechanic either. So annoying. So annoying. Gotta play around it, I guess. Okay, so moving right along. Let's do that. Let's do that. No, I know, Shadow. I know. The problem is that the only space for people to build homes anymore are, you know, where those plants are. And since nature hasn't gotten the message yet that, hey, there are people here, that's where you start running into problems. What's up, Jack? Happy Monday, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well here so far. Alright. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Well, Max has got a new incursion tournament coming up here with the initial seeding round starting up this week. Me and my buddy Shearmore can be doing a good run in that. See how that goes. So stay tuned to the channel here and check out Shearmore's channel as well. Plan is we're both going to be doing a live stream, so it'll be fun to see a little point and counterpoint from both of our perspectives. So that's coming up again at some point this week. And I always would love to do another run through, do a speed kill or just a fun boss kill. Might do that after the arena's done here. But I will say this, once the those Abyss videos are up and done, that'll be a huge weight off, not a weight off my shoulders, that sounds really negative. It'll be a big project off the to-do list. Because that has been a long time coming. Plus, free up like 20 gigs of space on my hard drive. There's that. Doink, boink. Doink, boink, zoink. Cheers, everybody. How do you pronounce that? Vegeta? VGTA? Always people with the interesting tags. I was worried it was going to give me network issues there for a second because it was lagging. Alright guys, we got one more here coming up. See who's last. Throw up Strange, throw up Star-Lord, and let's throw Goldpool, just because he's newly ranked up still. Yes, Shirmoy. I'll be streaming same time tonight. Actually, you guys, they haven't said anything about maintenance tomorrow night yet, have they? I don't remember getting an in-game message, even though tomorrow night usually is the usual maintenance time. I don't think anyone said anything about it yet. Jack, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him yet. I've dropped in, said howdy a couple of times, you know, when he's done the live streams. Definitely enjoyed checking out his videos too, but no, I haven't had the pleasure of making his acquaintance just yet. And then Shirmoy, let's chat on Discord later to nail down a time for the incursions push. Awesome. Well, that's good. That'll help. All right, take care, bud. Be well. All right, come on. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, there we go, guys. That is 7 mil right there. I'm going to put my phone down. I'm probably going to lose the connection because Apple connectors are garbage. Wait for that to come back. Brilliant. Alright, guys, that is going to do me for the round 1 push right here. A couple hours in, sitting at 7 million points already. That is pretty solid. That is pretty solid. I'm not going to complain about that at all. I want to thank you guys for watching. Getting to gab with you guys here over the last couple hours is always the highlight of doing the live streams and makes the arena push here that much more fun. So cheers to you guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel already, I do ask you kindly consider doing so. Each and every bit of that does help me out immensely, and I very much appreciate it. I'm going to be live streaming again tonight, the usual time. Do another round of arenas here. Not quite sure who's going to wind up being active by the time that rolls around, but play it by ear and see what happens. I got a couple more videos coming out this week, continuing my Path 1 initial clear of Abyss. Looking to see how many revives I wound up using and how many free hits I got because I had Heimdall on the team. So be on the lookout for that. But until next time, everybody, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. And be well, everybody. Bye for now.